Bridget Bartlett here with My Vision Agency, and today I am going to give you an overview of custom objects within HighLevel. If you're unfamiliar with custom objects, this is definitely the training for you. This is actually a super cool new feature that we have available. It's been around a couple months, but now we actually have the ability to set up automations. It's time that we dive in to custom objects, and I'm going to help you understand how you can utilize this in your business. Now, this example here that I'm using is for real estate. We have lots of people in our program that are doing real estate, but I want you to notice more the functionality so that you can apply this same process to your own use case. Now, you can see here the benefit of this. When you create a custom object, it actually adds a tab over here. So you can see this one, for example, is property listings. So when you click on property listings, and this is specific per sub account, this is not something that the agency provides for all of their users. Each individual sub account can create their own custom objects. So you'll see here that we have all of the property listings. You can see that we have the street name. We can actually move this over to see more if we need to. You can, of course, name these any way that you want to. We have the zip code and so on. We have how many bedrooms, how many square feet. So you can see this makes it really easy for us to keep track of this type of inventory. Now, what's really cool is if we wanted to add a new property, we could click here. And then, of course, you want to have a naming convention. So we're just going to say Jane Doe House and then save. And then now you can see we can actually track the owner of this. So this is going to be like a user in our account who is maybe maintaining this listing. So let's say it's demo user 3. And then here we can also choose if we are working with other team members. And again, this is for the team. Okay, so we have owner and followers are for the team. So let's say we want these other 2 users to follow that. Now you'll see here that we can add the property address here, and these fields can all be customized within the object. So not everyone is going to have property street address, property city, and all of that. These are actually custom fields that we're going to build. I'm going to show you, we're going to create another custom object together, and I'll show you how all of that works. But let's just say this is 123 HighLevel Street. And let's say we have the property city. Let's say Dallas. And I should have actually added a state field, but that's okay. You get the point. Let's put whatever zip code it is. And here you'll see we can create like a drop down. This is really good to make sure that people are selecting, especially if it's not just you, but the correct thing is being selected. So we're actually giving a choice. So this listing type is going to be for sale, and the property type is going to be house. And then we can put in the property price here. So let's say it's $250,000. And we could also add the square footage. You could type it in, or you could just choose this because we chose a numerical field. So let's say it's 2,000 square feet. Let's say it has 3 bedrooms. Let's say it has 1 bathroom. And we have the status here is available, under contract, or sold. Let's say available. And then the date listed, we can choose a pick a date field. So let's say it is today's date. And then we can save. Now, you can also see within this property, if you click here, you have the ability to associate this property with a contact. Okay, so let's click here, and you'll see now I can choose any of my sample contacts here in this account. So let's say this is husband and wife, and I want to select them as a contact. Now you can also see here that you can tag them. So you can set up your associations, and I'll show you that in just a second, so that it tags them in this example as the seller. So let's go ahead and save that. Now you see we have the contacts here and their contact information. And then we also have the property here. Let's actually go into the settings tab. We're going to go to the back end part of this process. So you can see if I go to edit, you'll see here's the custom object that I created. It says property listings. That's the same tab that's listed over here. We have property listings. I'm going to click edit. And then you can see here, when you create your property, all you need to do is just type in the name that you want it to be called, the plural version. Also, the primary field is going to be that first field that we entered where we had a naming convention. We only have one option now for single line text, but you want to give it a description. And here is where you're going to configure your association. See if I click edit on this one. that you have the ability to choose a single label, like maybe you just want to choose owner. You can also pair labels, so property listings and contacts. And again, when it says property listings, it's pulling in the information based off of the object that I created. We also have configure relationship. Many contacts can be labeled as buyer, many property listings can be labeled as seller. And then you can see the preview of the relationship here. Now you can create multiple different associations with this custom object, the property listings that we created. So let's actually back out of here and let's just start from scratch and create our own custom object. So I'm going to click here now, and we need to give our custom object a name. So I actually was using ChatGPT. I had it create a fictitious business for me. So this first custom object, I'm going to call client and interest transaction. I'm not in real estate. I just wanted to use this as an example to hopefully get your mind thinking about how you can utilize this in your business. So the singular version there, let's say, just put an S on here for the client transaction. Now we have the primary field. So in this case, let's use the client's name. Now we can choose an icon here. So let's choose a person since it's the client. And now we want the description of this custom object. So the description is going to be track clients' interactions, scheduled property visits, and sales history. We can create this custom object, or we could create and then also start building the fields at once. So this does both options. You can click here to create the object and then click edit, or you could just click here and then save a step. So we're going to click there. And then now we're going to create those custom fields. And you'll see here, this is just like any other custom field that we use for a form. So let's say that I want to actually collect their phone number. This is not contact information that we're creating. That would be in a contact object. What we're creating is a contact information inside of the custom object that we just created. So we typically had contact, and then we had opportunity. Now we have contact, opportunity, property listings, and this new one that we just created. So let's just say phone number. And this is not going to be the typical phone number. We are creating a new field. So this is going to be the client's phone number. We're not putting this into the actual contact. We're putting this client's phone number in a completely separate object. So we're choosing the client interest and transaction info. So I'm just going to select that there and save. Now let's add the client's email address. So we're going to create another field, and we're going to choose the single line, and let's choose client's email. And it's going to go into that same object that we created and save. And let's also choose a visit scheduled date, because I want to make sure that you understand all the different variations of this. So we could choose a single line text, multi-line, a text box. When I just showed you that option where you can click the little box here, let's go back here and show you, because I want to make sure that you understand how to utilize all of this. When we have this option down here, you'll see this is a number field. When you choose the number field, it adds that plus or minus, so it recognizes that it's actually a number. If we chose the monetary field, it would recognize it's a dollar amount, and you'll see here, these are all numerical fields. And this is the date listed field. This is a drop down, so you can see it would be the drop down single choice. If we wanted them to have the ability to choose multiple options from that drop down list, we would choose drop down multiple. Radio select, you'll see all of the options listed one on top of each other, and they can choose one. So you have the checkbox, they can choose multiple options. And then the date picker allows you to actually choose the date from the calendar. Upload file and signature, pretty self-explanatory. In this example, let's choose the date picker and next. And this is going to be the visit scheduled date. This is going to go into the client interest and transaction info and save. So now that we've created that, let's actually go back into our client objects. You can see here, we've created that object there, and then now we have this association. You could create your association based on contacts or property listings, just like we did the other one before. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that blank. And if we go back to our main dashboard, you'll see now we have property listings, and then we also have the client interest and tracking. So if we wanted to add a client, we could click here now or here. And we could add the client name. Let's just say Jane Doe and save. And then now we could add all of that information that we just created for Jane Doe. We can choose the owner. Let's say it's demo 3. Maybe we want to choose some followers here. And you'll see we have the client interest and transaction info. So we add the client name, add the client phone number, the email address, and we can choose the date that they visited. Okay. We also could choose that association here in this field if we created one. So that's basically how all of that works. Now, how do you trigger the automations based off of these actions? If you go into the automation tab and you click create workflow, let me refresh the screen because we did just create a new custom object and click create workflow. Now you'll see both custom objects listed here that we created. So if I click in property listings, you'll see that there are new options here specific for this custom object. We have the ability to trigger a workflow based on the property listing being created. We also have a trigger for the property listing changing. So let's say that every time a property listing is created, we want it to trigger this workflow, and we can choose any of this criteria that we created for our property to be the trigger. So if I wanted to say every time a property listing is created that is equal to, or let's say greater than or equal to 3 bedrooms, we wanted to trigger this automation. That's great if you have clients who are looking for a property that has 3 or more bedrooms. Maybe you want to trigger an automation that will automatically, every time a new listing is added, send all of your agents or send all of your clients who are looking to buy notification that says, hey, we just listed a new property that meets all of your criteria. If you're interested, contact us or reply to this text or whatever you want to say. Now let's leave this universal here. Let's say property listing created. Let's say that every time a property listing is created, we want it to trigger this workflow. And then you'll see when we click here, we have a few new options. So we can create a property listing or associated record. We could update the property listing or associated record, clear fields of property listing or associated record. We could also send the data using a webhook to another platform or another software. We also can add this data to a Google Sheet. There are also some other if-else conditional logic, wait steps, and all of the typical things that you can build into most workflows. Now you can utilize that based off of the trigger from your custom object. So if we go into the other one, you'll see how it's a little bit different. So let's say now we want to go into the client interest workflow. And if we click on the triggers here, you'll see that this is client interest and transaction created and then also changed. So let's say that we wanted to trigger this when a client name contains the phrase, and then we could type that in there. Or we could say it's empty. That would trigger this automation. But if we wanted to just make it universal, every time a new one is created, we could trigger there. And then when you click the plus sign, you'll see that you have different fields here. So we have create client interest and transaction or associated record, update client interest or transaction or associated record, and then clear the fields. Again, we can send that custom data to a webhook or Google Sheets or utilize any of these options inside of our workflow. Now, all of that will be triggered based on this specific custom object. It really opens up a whole new world inside of our HighLevel accounts. Now, I also wanted to show you typically what we were doing before as a workaround is when we create those custom fields for the data that we were looking for, we were using a contact custom object. And that's why all of that data went into this area here. So you can see, for example, I have one here that says onboarding. This is a folder in my contact custom object. And I have this field with these 3 checkboxes. That was a form that I created, and all of that typically would go in this area. But you can see now we actually have this option here. You'll see the associations. And if I wanted to add Jane Doe House to this specific customer, you can see they're tagged with buyer here. When you click there, of course, it goes right into the listing within the custom object. So I hope that you've gotten a good overview of the custom objects. I hope your brain is exploding with all of the possibilities and how you can utilize this within your business. If you have any questions at all, you can go into the community tab, go into our events calendar, click on today's date, and you can join me in open office hours. If you're in our free community, you don't have access to our dashboard, but you do have access to the community. Same thing, you'll just go to the events, go to today's date, click the link, and join us in the Zoom meeting. If you're not a member of our reseller program or our free community, you can go to myvisionagency.com. We have options for you to sign up for HighLevel. To resell HighLevel, you'll actually get a free membership in our reseller program, which allows you to resell AI ads, our sales bots. We have other software you can use, resources and coaching and more. If you're a current HighLevel member and you would like to join, you can join here. If you're not interested in reselling software, but you would like to take advantage of our software bundle, which includes all of our tools in one place for a crazy low price, you can check that out there. Of course, you can join our free community here or access a private coaching session with me here. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you so much for giving me your most valuable asset, which is your time. And if you have any questions, I'll see you in open office hours. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. If you're considering signing up for HighLevel or you're already a HighLevel member, this is the video for you. I'm going to take you behind the scenes as a six-figure a year business that I've built on HighLevel without a team that allows me to work from home 4 hours a day, building the life, not just the business that I always envisioned. Now, let's dive in. And when you first create your HighLevel account, it'll look very similar to this. The colors will be this like blackish gray color, and you'll have your HighLevel logo up here. And this that we're looking at right now is the admin dashboard. So this is going to be where you manage all of your sub accounts. So a sub account is what we're looking at here. These are two different business accounts. And if I wanted to go into that business account and I wanted to, manage it as the agency admin, I could click here to switch into the sub account. Now, the problem that everyone has is they all have this. They all have the exact same tools, they all look the same, and they all function the same because it's all HighLevel. So you either need to provide something on top of your HighLevel account to differentiate your business from everyone else's, or you're going to race to the bottom on price. Okay. And that's certainly not what we want to do. So in my agency, of course, you'll see that I've rebranded it, and you'll see that I have all of the standard HighLevel tools in this account, except when it starts here, I start adding my own tabs here. Okay, so this is what's going to make my agency stand out. This is what helps me to provide additional services to my clients. So I've added a coaching program. I've created an onboarding course here, and I wanted to add that custom menu tab there so that it's really easy for them to know where to get started. Okay. So I've gone in detail in my training and all of that. And of course, this that we're looking at right now is actually the community or course builder inside of HighLevel. So if we wanted to, or my user wanted to bounce around here, maybe take a course, this is what all of that looks like once you've gotten it all built out. Okay, so you can see for my program, I have the start here, and then I have all of the different tutorials and everything, and it looks beautiful. Okay, you also have an affiliate management system inside of the client portal, which is what houses the community and the courses. And then you see what the community looks like as well once you have it all built out. So I've created this, and I've just been able to put a tab here inside the dashboard so that all of my users can access the community and know where to get started. Now, we also have a tab here for the AI ads leads. So this is another white label software that I've created, or that I've signed up for to provide for my agency clients. And you can see here, this is actually a really good software. You can just simply search for, in this example, marketing agencies in Indianapolis, and I can get all the contact information. I can even get the emails of everyone who works there. Interesting that this my agency pulled up here. But if I wanted to select all of these contacts here and I wanted to send them to my HighLevel account, or my users wanted to do that, they simply just select that and they can click here to send to the CRM, and then it goes right into the contacts. Okay, so we're creating solutions based off white label software that integrate with HighLevel and provide additional services. Now, the best part about software is that you do not have to spend time. Okay. This manages and runs itself. I'm providing incredible value for my clients or sub accounts, but I do not have to spend my time doing that. Okay. Now, the next thing that I also provide is an AI coach. This is another white label software. This is really, really great to help train the AI and create a brand profile. What's cool about this tool is that you can actually you just put in your website URL, and then it will help you create your avatar, your customer avatar. It'll tell you what their pain points are, and it stores this in your profile, and then you can create all of this content for your business, like email campaigns and all of that. And what's cool about this over something like chat gpt is it will remember everything about your business to help you generate that content. All right. We also have the sales bot here. So the sales bot is an AI tool, again, that I've white labeled. This does integrate with HighLevel as well. And you can see the sales bot, the dashboard here. All of my members get access to their own dashboard where they can create unlimited AI bots. Now, HighLevel does have an AI bot. The difference is, though, this bot builder does not use AI credits, so it's unlimited. And HighLevel charges $97 for the unlimited. There is a pay per use plan, but having this bot builder allows my members the ability to resell unlimited bots, and it doesn't use any AI credits. So they're able to offer this as like a low barrier of entry, an entry level offer, and then, of course, upsell to the other tools. Now, also in our program, I do have another white label software that is the social autopilot. Now, what's cool about this tool is it allows you to create, again, you're training the AI for your business and with your brand colors and all that, and it allows you to create campaigns. It's going to pull in your brand colors and all that, and then customize the images and the website and all of that, and it's going to go ahead and publish to, like, if I agreed this was all good, then it would publish to all of my different channels. So it's not just creating the content, it's actually creating the post, and then will automatically post to all the different channels. So you can see that you can connect your accounts for Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and forgot all the other ones here. So we have Facebook, Google Business, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Okay, so you can create that content to all of those different platforms. And this is inside of my dashboard as well. Now, you can also see that I've used another software that allows me to create 60 plus chat GPT prompts that my members can use to generate content. For example, we have a terms of service and a privacy policy. But you can see all of the things down here. But again, we just want to create these tools and resources for our members inside of our high level business. Okay. High level is a great foundation for a business, but it's not the entire business. Okay. And then, of course, I have a tab down here for our community. So I did have the get started that takes us right to the onboarding. That's just to make it a little bit more clear. But I always want our members to go to our community where they can receive support and all of that. I also, like I said, I do have the learning area here for all of my members to access the training. And then I also provide open office hours. You can see our events calendar in the community. So I am actually live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of our resellers have the ability in our program to join me. Not only am I live, but immediately following the live, I open up a Zoom room so you can join me and all of our community. And, there's great conversations there. But what's awesome is we're all using different tools in different ways, and we're able to provide experience and support to all of the members. Okay. So I always say, I am a great resource, I hope, but our community is definitely just priceless. All right. Now, the next thing that I also added into my high level agency is the task manager. High level does have a task manager, but this is more formulated like Trello. So it's a little bit easier to manage and to view all of your all of your tasks and assignments. Now, all of the tools are great, but we also need resources. We also need a system. And one of the things that I love about High Level is we have the ability to create a perfect system for our clients inside of our High Level program or your business, whatever you want to make it, an agency or whatever you want it to be. And what I love is we're able to create these websites or all of these digital assets like courses and funnels and blogs and forms and quizzes and all of these things. And we can actually copy the entire account and have it automatically loaded into a new user's account as soon as they sign up. So, as soon as Jane Doe signed up for this account, she automatically had in her account a course in the membership area. So you can see, and I do provide a course for all of our members because they have the ability to resell our AI manager here. So I definitely wanted to provide a course for them. So when their clients, sign up, they have a course that they can use that can be imported into the snapshot as well. And if you go into the sites area, you'll see there are 4 different funnels here. Close that out. There are 4 different funnels here, and of course, you can import all of these, but what I love about this system is if we go into edit, just wanna show you a little back end cool thing here. You actually have the ability to not just upload the system, but you can actually customize it instantly as well. So I'm gonna show you how. You'll see here that, this is a great template, and lots of us have signed up with programs that have templates, and we have to do a lot of customization. And we certainly don't want to have to spend our time as the agency doing it. And we don't want our customers to have to do that either. So you can add what's called custom values. If we scroll down here, you'll see that this button here, the color of the button is actually attached to a custom value. Okay. So if I click in here, you'll see this custom value. Now, you can build these custom values with not just colors, but with images, like I have the logo here. Now, if I go back, all of these websites or all these funnels have all the custom values and all of that. So when I go back into this account now, in my onboarding instructions, all I need to do is tell the users where to upload their assets. Okay, so I'm going to go to the custom values here. We're going to go to the folders, the MVA done for you system, and all they need to do to change that, change the logo and colors, is just add their own here. So let's just do a little test here. I'm going to update these colors with a different brand. So I'm going to say the primary color is this here, and we're going to change the secondary color. Let's go ahead and update that. And we'll change the secondary color here. And if I wanted to, of course, update the logo, I certainly could do that. But just to save time, I'm going to just show you about the colors here because you will definitely see the magic that happens and why High Level is so good with duplication. If I wanted to change the logos, all I'd have to do, you'll see here that it's attached to a custom value. I would just change the link. Okay. So let's go back now into the sites, and you'll see where it was blue and it's still kind of showing blue there. If I open up the page now, it's going to be all different colors. So now you'll see that it is purple and orange, which are my brand colors. You'll also see here, if we go to let's go to this funnel here. You'll see it's not just this one, it's all of the different funnels. They've all been updated. So you'll see that this website has also been updated, and you'll also see that not just, like I said, not just the colors here, but these actual images, they're SVG images, and you can have them update with the custom values as well. Okay. So I hope your mind is blown with the level of duplication that you're able to do instantly by utilizing the high level snapshots. So if you see what's happening here, we've had high level, the skeleton or the foundation. We've added additional, a community, we've added coaching, we've added additional software here. And we've also added funnels and websites and all of that. And now the whole purpose of my entire program and the business that I've built is to help others do exactly what I have done. Okay. So that's why I'm providing this done for you system to all of our members and the licenses to rebrand and resell the AI Ads Manager, and also the ability to resell unlimited sales bots. And all of that is done inside of the HighLevel agency, using it as the foundation of our business, not the entire business. Now, if you're ready to sign up for HighLevel, I'm going to give you a free My Vision Agency starter plan to help you get started. This includes our done for you system that you can load into your own HighLevel account, our live group coaching 5 days a week, the ability to resell your own brand of our AI Ads Manager, and unlimited sales bots, among many other resources. So choose the HighLevel plan that works best for you, and I will see you inside.